Hello, thanks for joining me, Nancy with North Star Ministry. And we're going to continue in the book of Mark. We're on chapter 14. And I hope everybody had a wonderful and safe Christmas and got to see your loved ones, your family members. I had a very, very nice time. You know, one thing I did was on Christmas Eve, I visited some friends and we had watched a couple of movies after all the festivities, right? And one of the movies that we watched was really interesting because I'd never seen it before. It's called The Beekeeper. And I heard about it. It was a really good movie. But as I watched this movie, I thought, wow, this is like really what's going on today. It's like it was so telling. And then I remembered that one time I had heard that oftentimes people that are behind the scenes doing things, insidious things, that before they do it, they have to kind of put it out there. It's like something that they are supposed to do. You know, they put it out there so that the public is aware of it, but they do it in a variety of ways. You know, they're not like forthright and forthtelling and letting you know that they're doing this, you know, consciously. But they put it subconsciously. They weave it into entertainment, into music, into movies, into the arts. You know, they'll put it out there in a way that you might not pick up on it right away. You might not realize or see it for what it really is, which is truth. You know, but they're telling you, yeah, we're doing this. And so because that to them, they justify everything that they do. You know, the ends justifies the means with these people. So we were watching this movie and it's with Jason something or other. I forget. I'm really bad with names of actors because I don't really watch too many movies. But this man was one man against a whole group of people that were, people that were working together. People that were working together in a network, a corrupt, dark network, top secret network. I mean, government officials were involved in the cover-up of this. They were making money too, okay? But they were making money off of stealing, targeting elderly people, for instance, and monitoring them. And stealing any trust funds, any assets, any stocks, bonds, any wills, any inheritances. You know, they kept an eye. They specialized in all of that stuff with a group of people that they targeted, which were all elderly people that were technologically disadvantaged, you know, old school people like myself, you know, that don't know any better, you know, hacking everything, stealing their identity, going out and cloning their lives and stealing their wealth. And then unaliving them, getting rid of them. Okay, so that was the whole thing. This beekeeper, all these bees, that kept it going and made out. You know, lots of money was amassed by stealing off the backs of innocent people that, unbeknownst to them, didn't even know this was going on. Didn't know people are taking out life insurance policies on a person. Didn't know that there was a trust fund. So you had like everyone involved. There were corrupt insurance agents, corrupt real estate people, corrupt probate lawyers, corrupt judges, corrupt. Everybody was involved, you know, in a big network like this, because it all has to come together that way. But anyway, I'm just saying, you know, that was kind of like what was rolled out in the movie. But this is what's happening for real, like in our day, for real, because that is what's happened to me. A whole group of people got together to steal a trust fund, something that belonged to me, and to cover it up. You know, the mail was diverted. There was a postal clerk involved in the diverting of my mail, making sure it went somewhere else. There was a hacking of my computer to make sure that I would never receive the mail from the court or any letters from the court. And the bank manager and the bank employees that made sure the funds were diverted to other people's accounts to make sure I would never receive what rightfully belongs to me. So there were a whole lot of people that know about this theft, this identity theft, this fraud. You know, a person that looks like me showing up in court, passing herself off as me. There's always the copycat, there's the clone, there's the doppelganger, there's the person that studies you, and knows it, gets to know everything about you, where you go, the places you frequent, your habits, your daily routines, you know, how you dress, how you sound, how you look, your demeanor, you know, everything. That's the kind of thing that was going on in the movie. But this is the kind of thing that happened to me in real life, and what's still happening. There's a person out there, possibly a copycat cousin on my dad's side, perhaps somebody that I've never met or don't even know, who is doing this, and who is holding on to documents that should have come to me a long time ago. But she has worked with a whole group of people, a cult, a coven, a sex cult, a group of Masons that have all worked together to amass this wealth and to make sure I would never find out about it. And they've tried several ways, numerous ways, by numerous means to get rid of me. So it's been like the movie. You know? I'm just saying. But, you know, I'm divinely protected, and these people couldn't stand that and still are hateful and spiteful and all that. You know, I just want to say, in 2025, people need to be themselves. You know, quit trying to emulate someone else. Quit trying to copycat or steal or take what other people have. All of that is out. In 2025, oh, there's a changing of the guard. There is all that corruption. It falls away like a dominoes effect. You may not be somebody else. You may not clone my life. You may not pass yourself off as me. I want the legal authorities and the upright to know that this woman who is pretending to be me, there's even now, there's texting going on and communication, and where people are thinking they're communicating with me. No, they're not. No one has reached out to me. It is this bitch who's receiving and sounding like me, pretending that she is me, emulating me, and passing herself off as me, responding to the texts. You know, my phone had been cloned. She was responding as though she was me. So people thinking that they got in touch with me. No, they did not. And I want the legal authorities and the upright to know that this copycat bitch, whoever she is, and she still has not come forward with she's holding on to documents. She's holding on to mail that belongs to me, that I never received from the court, and information that is mine. And possibly living in a house that was left for me, property, real estate, land. There's numerous things this woman was doing, putting in a lot of hard work to cover up their crimes and their corruption, from stealing and from lying on my name, creating fake news, a false narrative, spreading lies, rumors, spreading malicious gossip about me, and also filing false police reports. I don't know. She's got like numerous people to go along that she's paid, probably with money that doesn't even belong to her, okay? This woman is caught on all her stuff. She's exposed now. She is a demon witch, demonically possessed, very mental person, a jealous, happiness hater, and just a jealous altogether, very insecure person, a copycat bitch, a pick-me bitch, you know, somebody who wants everyone to think she's a woman of honor. There's no honor in stealing, bitch. You made your life off of stealing from other people. You've never done anything. You're a thief and a liar. And the gig is up. Everybody knows that you've been lying all along. How embarrassing for you. How embarrassed you must feel. How humiliated you must feel, knowing that everybody sees you for the liar that you are, for what you've been doing, spreading lies on other people, innocent people that don't even live a vile life like you. You projected, you told on yourself, and I think that is so funny. That has to be the funniest thing out of all this. This woman who was living a certain lifestyle as a sex worker, as somebody who would do anything for money, and who was spreading lies on an innocent person. Meanwhile, she was projecting her lifestyle, the way she lives, on an innocent person. That's all her. It's not me at all. But anyway, and people who know me know that could never be me. I mean, I don't live a lifestyle like that at all. But she persuaded and manipulated a lot of people around her to think that using spell work. This is a witch, a dark practicing witch. You have to be so careful of the people you listen to. I tell you what, if you don't have discernment in this late day, if you're not able to see people for what they really are, you're in a lot of trouble. This date where deception is so heightened and people lie through their teeth without batting an eyelash. Wow. You've got to really, watch the kind of people you have in your inner circle. Even family members that would do this to one of their loved ones or their sibling. I mean, I can't imagine lying about someone else just because being jealous of that person. Really? You got to work on yourself. Anybody that goes around trying to present themselves as someone else and not themselves, that's a mask. You got to ask, why would the person be pretending to be somebody else that they're not? That's a mask. That tells you a whole lot about their insecurities, their lack of self-confidence, and that they've got to put other people down in order to build themselves up. Anybody that goes out there bullying other people or doing stuff to other people, there's a reason for that. It's because they're jealous because they don't have that themselves. They look down by making someone else look bad. Props them up and makes them feel better about themselves. That's sick. That is so sick. But I just want to say, yeah, there's a person out there, a very childish individual, who got a whole group of people in this cult, this sex cult, that created illusion upon illusion upon illusions for many, many people, lied and got people involved in doing evil shit, all because of money, because this greedy bitch wanted to siphon and come up off of my energy, wanted to be me, wanted to live my life, my destiny, my happiness, wanted to steal it and take it for herself by siphoning my energy. No, bitch, you're completely eclipsed out of my energy permanently and forever. You have no power at all. You've been stripped of all your powers. You've been stripped of all your protection. You're going to hell. Totally greedy and dishonest people that she got involved in doing this with her. She wanted me to be homeless, right? Well, no, you're going to be homeless because you wanted that. Who would want someone else to be homeless? Who would want somebody else to be homeless? Who would try to go out of their way to try to afflict someone's finances so that they wouldn't have the nicer things in life and I could have those nice things? And so therefore I'm better than you. This is like really sick mental thinking. But that's what this woman was doing. And her husband, who stood by and watched all this gross abuse and did nothing. And he also continued, he himself was hiring people around the clock. This is a wealthy man who was hiring people around the clock to do shit to me and my family. They're really disgusting people. But for over 20 years, these people have been doing stuff like that. Got paid by a jealous woman who wanted me gone. Yeah, they're just, showing up in court over and over and over again, lying and pretending to be me, and lying on my name. And, but yeah, they're really, they're done. They have to answer for all their crimes now. It all comes back to you. You reap what you sow. Anyway, 2025 is going to be a breath of fresh air for a lot of us, because God is changing things. And a lot of these people that have been dead set on trying to destroy other people's lives and steal what they have and then build themselves up, all that greediness, that's got to go. You got to really get back to basics, get back to loving, self-love and self-respect and respecting other people. That's what it's all about. Uniting and not dividing. But people certainly that commit crimes like this, fraud and identity theft, they have to be dealt with. They need to reap what they sow. Yeah, and I'm not accepting any offers from people that want to apologize. First of all, fake and phony apologies are not accepted. All right. People have plenty of time to do the right thing and to admit what they've done and repent and turn from that. But they didn't. They continued to play with God. They continued to try to get away with their crimes. Now the door's closed, slammed shut, and the cycle has ended. It's a new cycle now. So these people, it's over. It's all over. These people have to stand for what they did and be held accountable. Yeah, and because you reap what you sow, and that's a good thing. All right, I'm going to leave it at there, and I'm going to come back with Matthew 14 in just a few minutes. Peace out, everyone. Bye.